So I just want to let everyone in the audience know that it is 6 o'clock, but we do not meet quorum at this point, so we are going to be on a brief hold. Give everyone an update. We did just hear from Councillor Johnson. She is en route. We're probably going to be about another 10 minutes. Good evening. Thank you everyone for being patient with us tonight. With the hour of 6:27 having arrived, I will call to order this regular meeting of the Planning, Licenses, and Development Committee. This meeting is being broadcast live on the City of Keene's YouTube channel. The video is also posted on the city website by the end of the next business day, barring any technical difficulties. Copies of the printed agenda are available in the wall pockets just as you entered the meeting room. The public and other city councilors will be recognized to ask questions and make comments on the agenda items under discussion. After being recognized, all remarks are to be made through the chair. I will not recognize an individual a second time until everyone who wishes to has had a chance to speak. Anyone who wishes to address the committee is asked to go to one of the microphones in the room and identify themselves by name and address prior to speaking. Written comments from the public will be accepted at the City Clerk's office until Tuesday at 1 p.m. I will now call to order the regular meeting of the Planning, Licenses, and Development Committee and declare a quorum present. Councilor Ormerod has requested to be allowed to participate remotely. Councilor, can you please state the reason for your request?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm on medical quarantine, and I'm home in this room alone.
Thank you, and unless there is any objection, this request is going to be granted. The minute taker is participating remotely this evening. Committee members, please be sure to turn on your microphones when speaking. If the minute taker is unable to hear, they will ask you to speak louder and turn your microphone on. All right, so again, welcome everyone. This is probably going to be a very quick agenda this evening. We are going to start off with the Keene Elm City Rotary Club's use of city property for the Clarence DeMars Marathon. I believe we have Susan Simons here. Welcome.
Thank you, members of the council. Yes, I'm Susan Simons. I'm a member of the race committee for the Clarence DeMar, an annual fundraising race for the Keene Elm City Rotary, and I'm here on behalf of Alan Strohstein, our race director. We want to continue to offer our gratitude for the city of Keene and their support of our annual event. It's an event that does raise funds and benefits all of the children, more so in the community and all of Cheshire County. But the Keene Elm City Rotary is based out of the city of Keene. And so our event will bring in over 400 volunteers throughout the community and also runners from around the world. But we also have the connections with the Clarence DeMar of the Kids DeMar, which helps to promote the kids in movement and exercise and things like that, builds them up to allowing them to run the last 1.2 miles of our DeMar. And so that's pretty exciting. And in the past, we've had about 1,000 children, parents, and siblings running the last part of the course. And we also offer it open to the super seniors as well. So you have to be over 70 to do that. So again, it's a huge fundraiser for us. It brings a lot of camaraderie within the city, brings in a lot of hopefully revenue and to the city as well. We've been doing this for, I'm going to guess, at least 15 years, at least. I'm kind of only been in the Rotary about 8 years and part of the race committee for that same amount of time. So we graciously ask and request that we be granted a permit to again offer our Clarence DeMar Marathon, which will be held on Sunday, September 25th, based out of Keene State College. We are all on board with Keene State College and have been in a great relationship with them over the years. So I respectfully ask that we be granted a permit again to operate and run our Clarence DeMar Marathon on that Sunday, the 25th.
Okay, great. Don't go too far because we might have some questions for you, but I wanted to hear from staff as well.
Good evening, Madam Chair, committee members, Cora Blomquist, Public Works Director, Emergency Management Director. City staff has completed the protocols with the Elm City Rotary for the event. We are very happy and pleased with where we are at with them. We are recommending that the council go ahead and issue a license for the event.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions from the committee? So I would just like to say that we're really excited to see the marathon continue. I know, there are lots of events that have made it through COVID, and this is one of them, and it's wonderful. My kids have run since they started in elementary school. And so we've spent many a morning at Keene State waiting for them to take off or bringing them back in. And I have seniors in my family who run the super senior race, so no marathoners yet, but we'll work our way up.
In good time, in good time. Thank you. Yes, it is, we are truly blessed to be able to be back in our norm for this upcoming event. The last 2 years have been very limited, and it's just not the same because we just love the community outreach, and even over the members of the community far and wide that cheer on the runners as they run the course. It's phenomenal of what it brings to our city community, and just a wonderful heartwarming being able to bring so many people within the community and to benefit so many children
Yes.
within Cheshire County. So
Yes,
thank you.
and the event spreads, that whole age range, which I think is really wonderful.
Thank you.
So do we have any comments from the public? Seeing none, I would be open for a motion.
I'll move to recommend the Elm City Rotary Club be granted permission to sponsor the Clarence DeMar Marathon on September 25th, 2022, subject to the signing of a revocable license and indemnification agreement and the submittal of a certificate of liability insurance in the amount of $1 million, listing the City of Keene as an additional insured. This license is conditional upon the petitioners providing an adequate number of volunteer race marshals to ensure runner safety along the course, and subject to any recommendations of city staff. Petitioner agrees to absorb the cost of any city services over and above any amount of city funding allocated in the fiscal year 23 community events budget. Said payment shall be made within 30 days of the date of the invoicing.
And I'll second the motion.
I have a motion by Councilor Giacomo, a second by Councilor Johnson. Does anyone have any questions on that motion? Anyone from the public? Seeing none, I would ask for a vote. This will be a roll call vote, starting with Councilor Johnson.
Yes.
Councilor Giacomo?
Yes.
Yes for me. And Councilor Ormerod?
Yes.
And that is unanimous. Well, thank you for coming out, and we look forward to seeing you in September.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Our second item on the agenda this evening is relating to amendments to the Land Development Code Ordinance O-2022-04. I believe we have Mary Bruner or Jesse Rounds here this evening. Would you like to come up and sit at the table for us in case we have any questions for you? So this is an ordinance that, well, why don't you give us a little bit of a synopsis about the ordinance, and then we can discuss it as a committee if we have any updates.
Sure. Thank you very much. And I think the ordinance covers sort of two distinct parts of the Land Development Code. First, the commercial section of the code, and its intent is to allow for multifamily residential development in the commercial district. That development would be such that it allows multi-story development so that residential development can occur on the upper floors, and there's still commercial development on the lower floors. And then the second part of the changes is to the downtown districts, two districts in particular, and basically the code right now does not allow residential development, although it's encouraged at the same time in the master plan. And so the code change allows for, again, residential development on upper floors of buildings in the downtown districts.
Wonderful. So this committee has discussed this at several meetings, and we did hold a public hearing, so that we will be taking no public comment on this item tonight. But do we have any further comments or suggestions or questions from the committee at this time? Councilor Giacomo.
I'd just like to thank the city staff for all the hard work on this. This has been a long process to get even this part of the rezoning set up and moving forward. So thank you so much for all the hard work you guys have done. It's like where we've ended up here.
Great, and I would like to, second that comment because, I have gone through a lot of this with city staff, and I know we have several more items that we are going to be seeing, so, for those of you who are watching from home, please stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more updates to the code as we get into individual sections over the next coming year, which is kind of exciting. But I think this one is has a very good plan and a very good premise, and I would like to see it move forward. So without any further comments, I would entertain a motion.
I move to recommend the adoption of ordinance 0-222-04.
Second?
I have a motion by Counselor Johnson, a second by Counselor Giacomo. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, I would ask for a vote. Again, a roll call vote, starting with Counselor Johnson.
Yes.
Counselor Giacomo?
Yes.
That's a yes for me. Counselor Ormerod?
Yes.
All right, and with that, thank you for your patience tonight, everyone. It was a quick meeting, but I appreciate everyone staying around for it, and the meeting is adjourned.